For today's teardown we have this. What is this? It is too long for my bench, in fact. Bendix Avionics Division marker receiver model MKA-28A. So in fact these devices are very common. You can find them easily on American eBay. And they are not expensive. You can pick them for around $20 or something like this. I got this one for 10 euros because it is sold as for parts. There is a sticker here from, it is almost erased, but it is written Bell Helicopters Textron Functional Test Stamp. So we have, not sure if I have anything behind the front plate, in fact, if it is just cosmetic. I will remove these two little screws. No, we have nothing. It is interesting to note how you can swap the plate with a serial number with just two screws. Okay, here we have a handle to extract it from the Avionics rack. And we have, in fact it is a regular form factor, this one, little hook point here, little test push buttons, and nothing else. At the back, the regular connector with two cracks, and the modification stamp seems it received 3 modifications. And there is just one just screw to remove to undo the cover. So first we have some rust marks here on the one loose screw. It looks like interesting. What do we have? Yes, rust inside the cover also, so I will need to clean it before I reassemble it. Not sure if it is rust or dust, because it seems to be all aluminium, so it is quite weird. So what do we have in this? As you can see, we have one side here with what seems to be here unpopulated or missing relay, not sure. And we have the other side here. So first thing you will note, most of the electronics are actually point-to-point wiring on the main structural plate. We just have a little PCB here with one adjustment, but everything else is point-to-point. So we have, it looks like, yes, the transistors are socketed to N396A, and it is quite interesting to see how I could remove easily this one also, because if you are in an aircraft you are prone to shakiness and vibrations and shocks and whatever you want, and the last thing you want is having a transistor poking out of his stand after a rough landing or something like this. So it is quite well they did not provide anything to keep them in place. Here we have what must be some kind of signal transformers. This also, I believe, yes, shielded one. We have here a metal box, which is obviously crystal filter, intermediate frequency, maybe. Here is all the information for you. It even has its own serial number. Power resistor here from DAL. Very nice capacitors, shielded capacitors and hermetic, as you can see. And we are left with this little cover here, which must be protecting something. So I am wondering if there is a missing screw somewhere or not, because as I did find one loose screw. What do we have? We have it seems to be probably fine tuning, yes, of the receiver. As it is a radio receiver, you want to fine tune things, so it must be variable, either yes, variable inductors according to the number written here. It is a L, so it is an inductor, and you can see we have lock nuts to secure them in place after you did set them. So you have lock nuts on the trimming inductors, but nothing to secure your transistors. Quite interesting. What else? So about these power transistors here, it is quite well. We have this kind of his little leg, in fact. Or maybe, yes, they are socketed, so maybe it is to allow pulling to remove them from the socket. Okay, we have nothing else. So for some reason they did use here a PCB, and everything else is point to point. And by the way, is our missing screw. Not sure how it did come loose. Quite interesting. So I will reinstall this. Here we are. Okay, really, it is quite weird. It was able to come loose, and in the same time the transistors did not come off. Even these ones are socketed, so at least it is good for ease of repair, but not sure about the reliability. And here about this this socket for a relay. In fact, when I did receive the part, it was sealed. I had a seal over the just fastener here, so it seems it was not populated. I may actually have something matching in my stock to populate here. And look at this. I did just reinstall the screw, but here is his washer. Interesting. I have no clue how it could possibly happen. You lose one screw like this. As it was sealed, I can believe if someone was in it previously to do any modifications, they did properly reinstall everything. If you are a qualified Avionics technician or engineer and you do modifications on the Avionics, I can expect you reinstall everything correctly, and you do not leave random loose screws in the equipment, which could shake and come anywhere, make a short circuit. Very, very interesting. Okay, it is back in place. So I am left with this little cover to reinstall. I will try to clean the rust marks in here and clean inside the cover, and it will go in storage for God only knows how many years. So quite an interesting construction, and some good parts to retrieve. In fact, if you are after this kind of vintage parts, in particular the vintage transistors, you know in these devices they are socketed and you can remove them easily. So, thanks for watching, bye bye.